Hey, this is Danger Man. I'm here at Paintball Action Games, and we're going to do a how-to video today on how to choose a gun. And unlike other videos where people will lay the guns out on a table and say this is what you use this gun for, we're actually going to interview players who own the guns and ask them why they have that gun they have. This way you'll make a better decision for yourself. One of the first questions that most paintball players ask when they enter into the paintball community, whether it's on a forum or at your local paintball fields, is what's the best paintball gun to buy? And the reality is there is no best paintball gun to buy. There's the best paintball gun suited for you. And the way to establish that is to play the game. Go out and rent a gun, borrow a friend's gun, establish what type of player you are. Do you like the woods? Or are you more gravitated towards Sup Air, where you're playing with professional grade players? At that point, you've now decided one of two camps of the type of paintball guns you'll probably fall into. And from there, you can make a better decision. We're here at Paintball Action Games with Omar and Mark, and they're shooting pneumatic markers, semi-pneumatics, and what they have is strictly woods ball guns. Omar, tell me, why did you choose, what is your gun and why did you choose it?
It's a Tippmann X7 Phenom. I chose it pretty much because it doesn't have an external air hose line. Runs up through the grip there.
All right, so it's got no macro.
No macro. It's got two features that I like. It's got the mechanical, just straight one-shot fire, and then it's got the 3-round burst.
So flick of a switch, no buttons to fuss with.
Right. If your battery runs out and you're on the electro-pneumatic, you can switch it over to just pneumatic, and you can still stay in the game and just keep firing.
Okay. And it's also using Tippmann's Cyclone. This is the
Cyclone feed.
That's a patented feature.
Yep.
So you don't have to spend money on an additional
no, you
feeder.
You can stick with the low-profile hopper because of the Cyclone feed, so you don't have that bulkiness on the top.
Do you know how many paintballs that hopper holds?
In a bag.
Maybe 200, I think.
Okay.
Just about.
And yourself, Mark, what do you got?
Well, I chose the Tippmann A5. I just like the durability when you're playing woods ball because I don't play that much speed ball. So it's durability, custability is why I chose this gun. It's got the same selector switch from Electronic that Omar's gun has. It's nice because you can play tournament play with this if you chose to. You just got to take the battery out. Also, I put the Vortex upgrade on the inside internal. So this gun shoots about 29 balls a second on fully automatic. I'm using CO2 right now. I need to get a compressed air tank so to shoot a little bit more accurately. Hopper holds about 200, and I mean it's for a bigger marker like this, it's not too heavy. And
Gotcha.
The flatline barrel I really like for woods ball.
Yeah, it's got a pretty shroud on it too.
Yeah, it just puts a backspin on the on the paintballs, so it's a little bit more penetrating power, and it's pretty decent at long range.
Yeah,
like I said, I definitely need to get the compressed air tank for it. It'll make it a lot better.
And for those of you watching the flat line here, if you look at it internally, you can see it. It comes out of the gun from here and then creates an arch. And then when the ball travels through and it comes out, it spins with an underspin. And there's also an apex barrel out there that will let you create that underspin from the sides and the top, so you can actually shoot over a bunker as opposed to just getting the underspin and letting the paintball travel further.
And that's the barrel my brother uses. It's a good barrel as well.
All right, guys, thanks for your time. All right, we're here with Jerry at Paintball Action Games, and Jerry has got an Ion. Jerry, why did you pick an Ion? Why are you shooting that and not another gun?
Ease of use, ease of maintenance. Sleek design, doesn't have a lot of moving parts, very simple to use.
And you got a Virtue board in there. Tell me about that.
I have a brand new Virtue board OLED for this particular gun, and I got that over the standard Virtue board because it's so much easier to program. It's got that great display that lets you really just work with it on the fly.
Now, what is a Virtue board for those who don't know?
Virtue board is electronic control mechanism for the firing solenoid for the gun.
And what does it do for somebody who's not aware of what these things do?
If you're not a serious paintball player, it lets you do interesting things like change the rate of fire, change the dwell. It lets you easily switch your gun from semi to full auto to auto response, which is a nifty little feature where every time you squeeze the trigger, then release the trigger, it also fires the ball. And
I see you've got another little add-on there on the bottom. Looks like you've got an easy on-off switch for your ASA. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's just a matter. It's just really from my perspective, it's a safety device. It's just a great way, in addition to a barrel plug, to make sure there's no pressure on the system and make sure the gun's completely safe when it comes off the field.
And for the people that watching the video, show them exactly how that little thing twists. I'll hold your camera. Show us that.
It's real simple. You just twist it down here, and if the bottle was on, it closes the final connection between the bottle and the manifold for the gun. You can see here where the bottle
Okay,
goes.
and then when you unscrew it,
When you unscrew it, it relieves all the pressure to the system.
and it also makes it really easy to take those tanks off as well.
Yes, it does make them easier to makes it easier to unthread the tank.
Okay, so an ion, is for the people at home, is an electronic marker as opposed to a pneumatic. It's got electronic parts in it, and we do not shoot. Well, actually, can an ion take CO2?
You can CO2 or high pressure air.
Okay, there we go. This one of the ion's one of those peculiar guns that can do both. So, all right, Jerry, thanks for taking time out to tell us about your marker.
Thanks.
All right, that's the end of part 1. Stick around for part 2, and you'll see me talk about my own marker setup.
It's too much for any man.